all the furniture and add amps and repaint the walls and get a new tux and pay for swans, then I like the chipper chicken. Is that clear?
I understood the chapel part, yeah.
Yeah. 30 seconds behind.
In this video, we will hump your ear with financial news and notes. We welcome you in for all the Paul. I can't. David from Holland. We have some.
No sound. No, it's on. It's on.
Oh,
No
I'm
sound.
here. I can hear myself.
Oh. This switched.
Thanks, Tim.
Wait. Why is Rhodey not hooked in here? Did you change it?
Well, I guess Paul and I are going to carry the show today.
Can they hear us?
No, they can't hear us now.
Wait, it's muffled, stuff is off.
No, hold on a second, guys. No,
This one.
you guys.
Yeah, this was
Gotta
me.
change.
Go, try it now.
It's on him. I'm pushing.
I'm in Roadcaster. Okay.
Can you hear me now, folks? Give me a middle finger if you can hear me. We hear.
Can you guys hear us?
You guys are live, but no one else. Paul has a white shirt. I know it's weird. The sound is
There
on.
we
Thank you
go.
guys. Sorry
All
about
right.
that. Oh, I'm welcome. Guys,
Gucci.
thank you, everyone. Listen, I love the fact that you're all here. We welcome you in. This is your exclusive fireside chat, not to the public if you're new. We got rid of our live streams on Tuesday. For the people that love us, you saw during the live streams that we get bombarded with yahoos that just come in and scream Tesla and Neo. We're done with that nonsense for the moment. Not forever, guys. If something major happens, like we have 100,000 subscribers, we're giving away the Tesla. Seth loses that 40 pounds he's supposed to, yada, yada, yada. We're going to do more live streams in the future. For now, guess what you do get? Paul, tell him. It's Paul, right?
It is Paul. Guys, we can't say bullpen anymore. PETA is requesting that Major League Baseball change the term bullpen with the pitchers because it's offensive to the Bulls who are about ready to get slaughtered. That's my statement for the day.
Tell
Would
them,
you
Paul.
ask me?
We did get a lot of middle fingers. I love you guys. What are they getting instead of one live stream that takes up a lot of our time?
You guys are getting more content. We are creating more and more content for the Discord members. What are you looking at?
Keep going.
The Discord members as well as for the channel. Guys, we were just reminiscing today at lunch that exactly 1 year ago, we had 2,000 subscribers. We are now at 93,000 some subscribers.
And what do those subscribers do for the community, Paul? They
Grows it. It allows us to invest more money. As we grow, as we get more revenue, we can invest more money in the channel. We can provide more content. We are just scratching the surface. This is wonderful. This is amazing. I love it. Touch me down under.
We welcome you in, Dr. Mustafa Hussein.
Hello.
Half doctor.
Close enough.
Mo, tell them what's going on. Tell them what's going on in the Employed Trader Series. Is Lockheed Martin still in?
Lockheed Martin. Actually, why don't we just look at it right now as I'm disassembling a pen as a fidget tool?
Subscriber dividend. That's a good idea, Bacon. I love you. You know that.
Well, yeah. See, this one's going to fall apart on us as pretty much everything falls apart. See, this thing's rolling over like that, but fear not. I think we have Caterpillar.
Oh, Caterpillar?
We have Caterpillar. They reported earnings today. It turned out okay. We got a little bump. Yep. This one should work. This one should work. Unless something crazy happens, like infrastructure bill, I don't know, some kind of stupid news. I think we're going to get this one, Seth.
Speaking of stupid news, Gary just brings up that Lucid is running hot today. I mean, what is it up? Mo, check it out. Are people,
25%? Is that
are
what
people
you said?
catching it?
Yeah.
Moving forward this week, folks, we did videos today on Apple. We did videos on our adjusted Facebook update. We updated Alibaba. We talked about Robinhood's collapse on earnings. We did indeed look at Neo, Xpeng, and Lucid, and basically tried to save those people that still haven't found us. You know, instead of clickbaiting you with like, check out these hype stocks, it's basically like, check out these companies that make no money quite yet, and let's stay away from those so you can join our team of like-minded investors. So we need to find those people out there, folks. I joke with Paul. Someone in the Discord said something like, we need a stock Mo Survivor channel in the fact that like it almost sounds like they went through war losing their money. So we need to find more people so we can get people on our team. We talked about AT&T and that spokes model, the girl I love on those commercials. We talked all about her. I'm kidding. We mentioned the stock price as well. And we're building up a backlog. We will be traveling a smidge around the holidays, so just let you know that obviously we have families and people that love us and need to see us too. So what's going on with Lucid, Paul? I mean,
Well, the question from David first, real quick. Could you maybe explain what return on invested capital is? I don't understand it yet. So no, this is a good question because it's kind of hard. When you when a company can fund itself two ways: debt or equity. Equity being you put your own money in the business, or shareholders put money in the business. Essentially, return on invested capital. That's the invested capital within a business is debt or equity. Return on invested capital, there are many, many ways in which you can calculate it. The way I choose, I do a 5-year return on invested capital. I take the free cash flow. I take the 5 years of free cash flow and divide it by the total debt and total equity of the business. That's simple. It just says, are they able to make a good return on the money that's invested within the business?
Paul,
That's it.
people are asking, Walrus is asking about why you were hugging Kate Winslet in the Intel video.
I don't know
thumbnail.
either, but you did it.
So, folks, listen, I do all the thumbnails, not absolutely all of them. We have some help, but all the ones that look like they're heavily photoshopped, I do. And frankly, I could just slap the logo on there and put stock
it's
analysis.
incredible. These are incredible.
So that one, Paul, I hate to tell you how long that one took me. I mean, it was probably a good 40 minutes.
Oh, sad.
But what my thought process was how could I find a picture of Paul being in love with something that's also going down? So I thought, okay, Titanic, let's put Paul's face in there. I'm photoshopping Leonardo DiCaprio's head out and putting Paul on there. And so he's in love with Kate Winslet. It's going down, but we're still in love. That's the premise of the thumbnail.
Oh, Intel's going down, but I still love it.
Intel's going down. I still love it. Now,
got it.
People
I really had
asking
no idea.
People are asking for more reaction videos, and we have one right now, Paul.
So we're going to do a reaction right now.
I think so.
So do I put my headphones on?
I think so. Put on your headphones, Mo. Let's see.
By the way, I do
it.
agree with that.
Okay.
Seth's face instead of Kate's would have been insane.
Yeah, well, folks, I would say too is I have to balance the thumbnails. Like a lot of the show is kind of the Paul show at times, but I don't want to keep Mo out of the dark, and so sometimes
You should have put Mo on there then.
Sometimes I put me in.
You should have been a
sometimes I
pirate
put
on
Mo
top. You should have been a pirate on top looking through the.
Yes.
All right, am I putting these on?
Glory
Mo,
hole?
can you hear me?
Yes. I can hear you.
Okay.
Paul would have kicked Kate off the door at the end.
Mo, how about now? Put it in.
That's better.
Better.
Yeah.
I'm putting these on.
Paul, can you hear?
I can hear.
Okay. Folks, we came over this. I don't know if someone gave this to Tim, but Tim brought us up. Brought this up to my attention. Paul, it's just a couple minutes, and in reality, this is how someone finds their next $1 million stock. And we did a video about Tattooed Chef, and this is Jeremy. And we did a video, and Jeremy was incredibly dismissive in the fact that we didn't know everything there is to know about Tattooed Chef. So I'll let Jeremy let you know, Paul, what you should be doing as an investor. The first stages. Okay, God forbid we look at any pillars, how stupid you would be. Let's take a look at what you should be doing in investing in a company. Here we go, Paul. Tell me if you can hear this.
So let's say we find, our growth stock. So we find something that seems really interesting to us, and we start researching it. Okay, so you might have heard a stock mentioned on the YouTube channel, on CNBC or wherever it is. Okay, so you hear about this stock XYZ, and you're looking at it, and you're like, this looks pretty dang interesting. So what I like to start with is the business first. Okay. Do not worry about this. Oh, this is such a cardinal sin of stock market investing, in my opinion. People worry about financials.
Okay, we're done here.
Statistics.
We're done here.
Metrics.
We're absolutely
before they
fucking
worry
stupid
about
here.
the
This
business.
is dumb.
I can
This is
always
dumb.
tell
Stop
a
this.
lost investor
Pause it.
when they.
Paul.
A lost investor?
Paul.
Yes. Warren Buffett, Gary Mashuris, all these guys who drive it all through numbers first. You're right. They're lost.
Paul, listen to you. Got
No, I can't.
Listen to how much time. Paul.
I can't.
Paul.
They bring me a stock, and they start out with telling me the trailing 12-month PE and the price to sales ratio and intrinsic value and blah, blah, blah. And they haven't even talked about the business yet. That's a lost investor.
Let's talk about your hat first.
You always,
Let's talk about how I
if
need
you
that.
really want
Paul, you
to
gotta
make
wear
a lot
that.
of money in the stock.
You gotta wear that pimp hat.
This is
you
what I
already-
need when I go to Mexico.
This guy's fucking stupid.
So
Done.
So he goes on to say, Mo. Mo.
I love seeing this.
Mo, he goes on. Number one, Paul, read the 10K. Not a skim, Paul. He says the words, if it takes you a week to get through the 10K, you're off to a great start. Number two, Mo, read the most current, listen to the most current
Investor
Earnings
call.
earnings call. Not once, Mo, twice. And then after you get a full understanding, investor presentations, that's right, Tim. Go through the investor presentations, and the whole time, folks, Paul, I'm just screaming.
And then
Understand the company, Paul, like
By the way, what's the
executive.
10K?
So excuse me. So what you're doing is you are going and listening to the cheerleaders of the company tell you every single thing, and then you go.
And by the way,
"Yep,
we did.
That sounds good. I'm going to do that.
And the other thing is, what's
think
in the 10K?
You think that Lucid is not telling you
What's in the
every single
10K?
thing is great?
What is it?
Financials.
Oh, I see, Paul.
So go do this, guys. Go out there, learn about all these businesses, and then when you realize you could have just looked at one or two simple metrics to realize if it's even worth your time or not, why waste your time?
the whole time I'm screaming, but Jeremy, what if the company doesn't make any fucking money at all?
Doesn't matter.
This is great. This is great.
sorry, I
this
cursed
is
everyone.
exactly what we need to see We need to see more of these videos like this because morons like this are going to get wiped out, and it's just a wonderful thing to see.
And by the way, Gary Mashuras, who I think is a brilliant investor, disagrees with me on a lot of things. He believes in interviewing executives. He believes in listening to the earnings calls, and I'm like, all they're going to tell me is what I want to hear.
That's exactly right, but the more difference between that is he's not going to these massive companies.
No,
Gary
he goes
is
to
literally
small
going and
companies.
talking to a $50 million company.
Yeah, where he's going to go make a sizable investment where he's 2 or 3% of the business.
If Gary was going to make an investment in something like an Intel or Walgreens, he ain't going to the CEO.
I agree. Let's move on. People are saying to hell with these idiots. Paul, this is good stuff. I have other reaction videos for Paul. Paul, I found a guy, listen, folks, let me bring it home. I found you guys are doing really great in the Paul reaction suggestions, the video suggestions. Tim and I look at those all the time. Obviously, with 6,000 people talking, we're trying. We absolutely really appreciate the hard work you guys are doing, finding us video clips. It's wonderful. And Paul, we have some good ones for you. I recently found a guy named Patrick Boyle, and he talks a lot like us about
Boyle rules.
Yep, that's right. So moving forward, folks. Paul, have we confirmed the interview for next week or no? We're waiting on that.
We're still waiting for the confirmation.
Okay, we're working on some big names out there. We are interviewing William Green, the author of Richer, Wiser, Happier, at the end of November, so expect that prior to Thanksgiving. And we have an even bigger announcement for December as well. And then, Paul, of course, we're giving away the Tesla at 100,000 subscribers. I never thought this day would come. I was saying this at 10,000.
When you say that, I'm just like, what do you mean?
Paul, I don't. Normal,
Daddy told you we were going to hit 1 million.
Normal people don't
We
believe.
had less than 500 subscribers. I'm like, we're going to have 1 million subscribers someday.
Normal people can't believe like you can. I don't think. I mean, it's interesting.
I believe.
So when we hit 100K, we will give away another Tesla. Phil Sue was the first winner. He took the money and ran. We will give a car away this time, I assure you, and you might get that car sometime. Actually, Mo, I get my car next Friday. I get my Model Y next Friday.
So jealous of you.
Okay, so let's keep the questions
So
coming.
it still has it November 19th, has us hitting has hitting 100,000.
November 19th.
Look at this, guys. 1 million. It has us January of 2024, a little over 2 years from now, and 3.5 million right before my birthday, July 4th, 2026, my 45th birthday. It has us hitting 3.5 million subscribers.
And to think you're already dressing like you're 45.
Look, guys, I got some salsa.
Keep the questions coming. Mo, how is trading going in the bid and ask?
There's trades here and there. I think that right now in this market, I think it's more lucrative for you guys to do day trades and swing trades than any long-term trades. But hopefully things will calm down here pretty soon. And guys, remember, you're learning something that you're going to use for the rest of your life. So don't get caught up if you can't find trades for 3 months. It's going to be all right. You'll figure it out. You're going to use this for the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years. So
sometimes doing nothing is the best thing to do.
100%. Some of the best, I always say that. Some of the best trades ever made are the ones that were not made. Can I talk about Pinterest?
Please do.
I don't really know what to tell you about it. They're getting beat up because of, well, A, I don't think they make money, but B, this whole PayPal thing is...
PayPal denied it.
Yeah, PayPal denied it. So I don't think that PayPal ever confirmed it. I think that some, like Bloomberg or somebody came out there and said that it was going to happen, then PayPal actually denied it. So, but I still think the gap is going to fill.
Well, gaps usually fill, like 90% of the time, right?
Yeah, so it's just going to be a matter of time that Pinterest will fill.
Paul, will you put this this process we have of you and I and Tim starting this, will you make a book about our journey one day? People want an Everything Money book.
You know, the book thing, I wrote a book, what did I get to, 40,000 words?
Yeah.
It was about investing and get shit done and all this stuff. And guys, you know, I don't know if I feel like people write books to write a book and to get it out there and to say, look, I'm an author. I know absolute morons in my town who've written books, and I'm just like, you're an idiot. I want to write a book when I think it would be actually something different or something that would actually matter, I guess. The get shit done stuff does really matter to me. I don't think people talk about that enough because I do believe a lot of different things out there, like college is not worth the money. You should still go to college, but don't spend a lot of money on it. Xavier, how much was your college?
Xavier, tell me.
Xavier went to a really private school.
Well, small school. Oh, no.
Seth, what was your...
Tell him in the mic.
Seth, what was your tuition at Worcester?
From 99 to 2003, I paid $25,000 a year to go to Worcester.
Okay, so from 2017 to 2021, it was probably $56,000 a year.
Oh, what?
God.
Yeah. FAFSA helped out a lot. Shout out to that.
How much do you owe?
My current student debt is I have 34,000.
That's
that's it?
That's about how much I left
fast,
college
but
with.
really saved my ass.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. There you go.
56,000 a year.
And look at him now. I love you.
56,000 a year. Jesus H. Christ.
Paul, I'll read the audiobook for your book, of course. And Mo can write the foreword.
Can I make a joke? I won't make the joke. It'll be mean.
The merch is so close, Tim. All we have to do is okay the
I think we're okay with everything money shirt.
Yeah. So,
What do we want to
and they told us soon, right? I mean, we're talking soon, folks. Merch
Yeah, they're gonna get a side.
Merch is in final.
Are we gonna be able to see like a sample first?
Yeah, we did. We'll show it to you.
Was it good? Oh yeah, I need to see it.
Yeah, and we're gonna work on an Everything Money shirt and a Everything Money shirt and a Bid and Ask shirt for those of you into Bid and Ask.
Do you want to slack it to me, Tim, and I'll put it up?
Oh, okay. Are you guys buying Facebook now?
Matt Jones. Paul's book would be one page of writing for 94 cents a day. You could have this wonderful software. That'd just be a link. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, we'll sell the hardcover. It'd be great.
Oh, look. All right.
Mo, what do you think of Bid and Ask Nation? We could do a Bid and Ask like that. You see on Paul's screen there?
Yeah.
I want to feel it, though. I want to feel the kind of shirt it is.
Yeah, oh yeah, flower
I want it
shirts.
to be like
You're right,
this
Russell.
one, like Next Level or Bella Canvas or something.
I sold puts today on Facebook. Mo actually bought Facebook. I sold puts at $250 for January and $280 for next week. So yeah, I mean, I'm selling puts on it because I still think the news is gonna get worse and worse, and hopefully write it down.
Guys, by the way, I bought a very small position just to start. It's not like it's nothing.
Paul, will you double down? Martin is asking about your stance on GDX and GDXJ and gold.
I'm still a believer in gold long term, especially we have other like assets going down in value. I'm just gonna, instead of trying to guess, I think gold's been beaten up. The gold miners have been beaten up over the last few years, so I'm just a believer in it. I'm gonna hold it for a long time. I imagine I'll probably hold GDX or GXJ for 5 or 10 years.
Yeah, someone's saying hire a graphic designer. Guys, we've been working with this design team for months, and they can't do everything we want, but we're getting there. What I would say is the quality of these shirts are incredible. This is not these bullshit shirts that other YouTubers have underneath their main page where they're just hiring out some Chinese company. This is a local company we're working with, and we will grow. It's the first shirt we've ever done, so I'm just...
By the way, simple's always good.
Simple, yeah.
I'm fine with simple for it to start, just to get the process rolling. We'll get more stuff out there. Remember, guys, merch is not our top priority. Our top priority is making videos, providing content, and making the software better. That's our top priority. That's gonna be 98% of our revenue, probably for, I hope 5 years from now, when this business is doing 50 million in revenue, it's 45 to 48 of it's gonna be the software and the YouTube channel. So that's the goal of it. How about the physical gold? So I don't buy physical gold because I just want to. I saw a disconnect in the miners being able to refine the gold, and I thought there was a disconnect there between profit and the gold pricing. So that's why I picked the miners.
I'm certain we can ship. I will personally ship T-shirts to Europe for you guys, but I'm guessing the shipping will be $25 to $30. So, but we'll send them to you for sure. I love you. Yes. So everyone in Europe, yes. Merch, we'll get it there for sure. I mean, I have a not Spotify. What's the other, Mo? What's the Shopify? My apologies. Yeah. I have Shopify, and I can send my product overseas. It never gets there, but I can send it.
What do you mean it never gets there?
Oh, I've sent multiple orders of my DGF spray to Australia, to Hungary. It never arrives, and I just basically give them their money back and lose the product. That's happened multiple times.
You just keep doing it?
Well, no, I switched it now.
Okay.
I mean, I was like, this is stupid, but okay. Let's see. Yes, simple but not tacky. I love you. Let's see. Let's keep going. I see everyone in there. New names. Paul, what to expect from Wall Street if Jerome Powell is not reappointed? I have no idea.
I have no idea. By the way, it wouldn't be reelected. It'd be reappointed.
Okay.
Listen.
This new woman, this Lyle Brainerd, she loves stimulus. If you read the history on her, whew.
Biden's not going to find somebody who's not in line with his views.
So the thing is about that, he's publicly supported Jerome Powell, and so has Janet Yellen. So that's something to look at. I don't think he's going to make his appointment until second week of November.
Paul, it appears in looking at your options, you stick to monthly options. Do you shy away from weekly options? Can you discuss?
I mean, it's 6 one way, half dozen the other. If I go out a month, there's more traction on it. It doesn't mean I wrote something today for November 19th. That's a few weeks away. I'm not thinking about that. I'm just thinking to myself, what price am I comfortable at for the puts and the calls, and what's the delta? That's my main concern. And then look at my ROI from there. My ROI has been very, very good on my options. I've gotten double-digit ROI for the last 17 months since we started doing it, annualized return. I'm very happy with that. I don't think that's going to be sustainable, but if I can just get 4 to 6%, I'll be ecstatic over long periods of time. That'd be awesome. It's basically free money to me. Elizabeth Warren.
Don't even answer that.
Lizzie W. She
Paul,
is
are
the
you
bomb.
astounded at how many people from all over the world are on right now? It's bonkers.
And I'm glad we have 100. I'm glad we're keeping the group smaller. that all over that Tuesday afternoon one, we're open to everybody. That was just getting insane. I mean, we had 860 people on Tuesday, and it's just like you can't keep track of things. And this will get the same level. I mean, I imagine we're gonna have 50,000 subscribers to our software here in the next 2 or 3 years. So
We could do tiers then, and we could do lower tiers, upper
Our main
tiers.
focus is providing more content for you guys, especially the software buyers. You guys have seen on Discord a few good minutes. And we're going to start adding that to the website and then to the app. That way you get notified of it. It's all about keeping you guys engaged on the software with the software. It's going to get better and better.
Eric is asking thoughts on how much cash you should keep in your portfolio.
I'll be 100% invested at some point in the next 2 to 5 years. It's only because things aren't there yet. I'll be 100% invested. I prefer to be 100% invested.
What about normal folk like me, Paul?
I think if you have a 401k Roth IRA, you should have 100% invested.
See, I like how actually our new intern Xavier has 34 grand in college loans, but he just bought $1,000 of SPY today.
Yeah,
that's a good start. Not paying off those loans. Xavier, did it ever cross your mind to pay off those loans quick?
Yes, absolutely.
A few weeks
What's
ago.
your interest rate? What's your interest rate on your loans?
He doesn't know.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
You have the forgiveness now, though, where you're not paying anything, right?
Yeah, we'll just that's
still my 6 months.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a good start, baby. I love you. I love you to death. All right, let's keep going. What else, guys? Have you looked at Dutch Brothers? Paul Dutch ovens women all the time.
All the time.
Oh, God.
No, I don't know what that. I don't know what that is. What is Dutch Brothers, Mo?
I have no idea. It's something from Amish country.
JV, let us know what that is.
I was reading a story about Kathy Wood this morning.
Yeah.
So the woman, she went when Tesla was like $700 a share or something, and she was selling it, and she was selling millions and millions and millions of dollars. And then yesterday she went out and bought millions and millions and millions of dollars. So sell low, buy high. There's your genius for you.
Oh, it's Dutch Brothers Coffee. I think people are saying was a West Coast coffee company.
Journey, there are some European stocks in there. We are buying data on European stocks.
Tell him
there. I don't know all of them.
Paul.
Tim knows. When Tim comes back, he'll tell him.
I meant the process of buying.
Guys, data is very expensive, and we are growing the data. Right now, we're spending about I was just told we're spending about $20,000 a month on data. Keep in mind, a company like YCharts that does way more revenue than us, they spend $80,000 a month on data. So we're over one quarter of the way there, and they are 10 times larger than us in terms of revenue. So I'm adding more data. Trust me when I say this, guys. Within 2 to 5 years, you're going to be at the same level, and we're going to be the number one data source for you. Trust me, not just stocks. It'll be economic data, housing data. I will be a data whore. I'll be pulling data from everything in the world. Data will be the main driver of this software. Trust me on this one. Main driver. What was that? Well, yeah, I like numbers, and I also think to myself, I want to have this data for everybody.
Mo, will you pull up ticker symbol FCEL? Jonathan's saying it's in the sweet spot. FCEL.
Yeah, it's
fuel
getting
cell.
there. That's one of those hype stocks, huh?
Yeah, fuel cell. Look at this.
Some battery thing. Let's see here. Yeah, it's actually looking pretty decent. I would go at this from a swing trade perspective.
What's the difference between swing trade and not?
Swing trade is like a day-to-day, like a
Paul, pull up the max chart on fuel cell, by the way. You got to pull. I'm telling Paul he's got to pull up the max chart on fuel cell.
What's the ticker?
Oh yeah, look at the max chart.
FCEL.
So look, you could wait until this red line moves up into the sweet spot and just starts engulf. I mean, you can run this thing all the way to the 200-day moving average, and you have phenomenal volume. Average volume is 41 million shares traded on that thing.
So what's the deal? It was at 7,000 back in 2000, and now it's at $7. 99.9% drop. Is that real?
I'm here. Did you say 2000?
There's no way, because that would make it a $22.65 trillion company back then. It wasn't. They probably increased their number of shares outstanding.
Yeah. 08, it was $1,500 a share.
How was their shares, Paul?
Oh yeah, they only had. This is the one that only had 1 million shares in 2012.
But look at this year, into 2020. I mean, look what this did.
Oh my God, they only had 272,000 shares in 2002.
This has to be a hype stock, right?
That's why.
Yeah,
it did that thing that I always draw.
Oh yeah, you
Hey, Paul,
love
I have
that.
a question for you.
Yeah.
Does your headset feel weird compared to this morning?
Yours is
'Cause
all.
I think I'm wearing yours.
Yours is all
'Cause
fouled
it fits
up.
me really weird.
You think they got switched?
I think it's his because he bent it towards him for himself. I haven't bent it, so it's gonna fit your head again. But
Well, we'll have to live with it
after
for
it's
now.
over.
All right,
Yeah.
sounds good.
I think it was fine.
Mine feels fine.
Oh,
And you have this. I have a bigger head than you do.
it feels bigger.
Mo, what Campbell's asking? What's the minimum amount of money to what's the minimum amount of money to making swing trade worth it? To making a swing trade worth it? Campbell's at. It's 4:30 in the morning where Campbell's at. He's
Listen, man. I mean, whatever you. To me, I look at it as even if you're trading with $100 right now, at some point you're going to have more than $100. At some point you're going to have $100,000. Learn to do it now so that when that $100,000 time comes, you have the ammunition to do it. Seth is a perfect example. He wanted to trade Tesla on Monday or Tuesday, whatever it was. He wasn't ready to do it. So there's these things in your arsenal. But let's say you want to do it full time. Probably 250,000. I mean, if
that
you
much, Mo?
well, think about it. If that's what you're gonna do full time, you have bills to pay, and you want to make 75,000 a year minimum. I don't know. It depends on your lifestyle.
Oh, I see. You got to make that. I see. So you daily.
Yeah.
You got to make some cheddar each day.
Exactly.
Is there a percentage formula you use to see if a company has sufficient cash flow to support paying a dividend? Notice how I can read these, unlike Mo and Seth. But either way,
Read that.
Great question.
I'll read. What is the minimum amount of
I'm not
money to
reading any of
making
them.
swing trade worth it? There's no verb.
Oh, I didn't
So-
read anything.
I would say 2 to 1
Sorry, I have
minimum.
a sentence.
But it all depends on the company. But 2 to 1 minimum, I think, is where I'd feel like, okay, I feel comfortable. They're paying out less than half their free cash flow out in dividends. I feel comfortable with that. But again, it depends on every situation. But like every pillar, we have a set. Listen, this is what we're looking for. It doesn't mean anything set in stone. It's just I think 2 to 1 is kind of like a minimum.
Andre just said he survived. Just got out of the stock Mo camp. Mo, he's looking at TDoc, Teledoc,
Everyone's looking
TDOC.
at this thing.
Yeah, what is it? Let's talk about it.
That health thing that Kathy Wood loaded up on.
Oh, Teledoc Health.
Teledoc Health. It's like
Oh, up
trying to replace
8% yesterday. Look at this.
whatever it's called.
Are people?
I mean, there's
swinging
definitely
this?
volume on it. I would go ahead and to me, this is a day trade all day. I don't think this is something that I would want to be invested long term in, just because of that volatility that it faces. But if you are so inclined to do so, doesn't look terrible. I think if you wait for the red and yellow line to be in the sweet spot, it'll give you a higher probability that it'll stay there, and then just start adding on these engulfing candlesticks that move up, and maybe you'll get some kind of what the hell? This thing just changed on me. All of a sudden, guys, has TradingView been lagging on you a lot? Because it has been on me. You have a long way to go here. This one has to get up into the sweet spot. So day trade this. 15-minute chart, that's all I would do here. Anything that moves like 8-9% consistently, probably a day trade.
Yeah, Obini, Gary Mashuras has a great. We invest with Gary. Gary is. I assume that's what he means by Gary Mash.
Yeah.
I'm invested in his partnership, so I get it all. I see it all the time. We read it.
Wow, some interesting questions. Value Seeker is saying, Seth, do you use the EM stock screener on Little Books? No, I just buy whatever they say, follow the process. Other people were asking me, how am I doing on Little Books? I'll update that in December, and then a year update will be next July, folks, for that. Paul, if you bought a stock with a desired annual return of 12% with a 3-year analysis, do you take profit if the stock jumps more than 36% within the first year, or do you reevaluate? Good question.
Great question.
Or total?
Great question. This is hard. Hang on a second. Darnell, I'm on a live stream right now. Can I talk to you later? Are you everything okay?
Darnell is a good friend of ours, folks. He's actually our third podcast ever. We interviewed Darnell Sanders.
Okay, sounds good.
Former
Bye.
NFL football player. Go ahead, Paul.
Former Ohio State terrorist. If you are fully vested all your money and a stock hits your price target and you have other options out there that are better buys, sell the stock. If you think the stock has a high return on invested capital and they're growing well, and even though it's hit its target, you don't want to get rid of it, it's a great company, keep it. I wish there was just some set in stone way of doing it. It all depends on the company, all depends on this. Like Alibaba, for example. I would probably keep Alibaba for a while, for a long while. I don't expect it to go to $500 a share anytime soon, but if it all of a sudden went to $500 a share next year, I would consider selling it. But I would also sit there and go, okay, what am I doing here? I mean, I wish there was just a concrete answer of it. It's just, It all depends on your cash situation at the time, other investment ideas. You see something with a better buy, etc. So
Paul, I have to interrupt you. Your favorite social platform to share dick pics has changed its name. Mo, would you like to
Grindr?
give us the new?
Nope. It's changing its name to Meta.
Who is?
Facebook.
Oh.
And Mark Zuckerberg announced
No,
that
but
this
Facebook
afternoon.
itself isn't changing the name. The main company is.
Says Facebook is changing its name to Meta as it focuses on the metaverse.
Now, when Meta World Peace changed its name, it was foolish, and now we're
Now
going
it's
to.
cool.
Now it's cool all of a sudden. So there you go. Meta, Paul. You'll be logging into Meta.
Company's existing Facebook app will still remain the same.
Great. Now I have to say we have to Meta everything. Hook me up on Meta. Okay, great. It sounds like a medication. Okay. Darnell is clearly not a top tier subscriber. You're right, man. Of course he's not. New ticker. Oh, wow. Teddy Sky is saying there's a new ticker. Is this all true? I'm sorry, guys. I can't even. There's so much joking around and bullshit. Metas for betas. Love it.
Brian.
Other questions, guys. You're doing great.
We already have European stocks. We're just going to add more and more and more.
Meta is for betas.
And by the way, I agree with you, Spyro. We've heard a lot of people say that foreign stocks are much. There's less attention to them, and therefore better buys out there.
Oh, yeah, I would think so. Mo, someone else asked, sorry, guys. Mo, do you trade options, particularly vertical spreads? Blue for Night asked.
The only options that I do, I sell puts on companies that I want to own, and I sell covered calls on stocks that I currently own. That's the only kind of options that I do.
Yeah, we keep it simple for us. Doesn't mean we're not going to change it in the future, because even 18 months ago, we weren't doing options yet, but now we're very active with it.
And it's working, so.
It's working well, and I can't wait to be 100% invested in the market and be doing 100% covered calls and writing some naked puts. I think it'll just generate some really good income for us. You know, the way I look at it for ourselves is we like to reinvest all of our money back into the businesses. So I look at it as a way of generating income. So I can, my brother and I and my father, but we want to reinvest all of our profits. So for the option, it's kind of like, oh, we're going to live off this money and live the lifestyle we want, because it's kind of like free money. In my opinion, it's like free money to me. As long as I'm always doing these options on 30 or 40 different equities and puts on 30 or 40 equities, overall, I should have a positive cash flow, and we'll just live off that. That's the way I look at it. So I'm not trying to get aggressive. I know people who write 30 or 40 deltas on all these stocks, and they generate 10, 12, 13% returns a year on it. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to generate 4 to 6% returns a year.
Attica says, before I knew what I was doing, he or she bought Restoration hardware for 200. Now it's around 700, so he took all of his profit. Although my assumption says fair price is 250 to 300. Was I stupid, Paul? This is an interesting question for new folks out there. You got into a stock, you don't know why, you got lucky on it. What do you think?
If you think it's worth 250 to 300 and you have other options, I mean, 700 versus 250 to 300, that's a big difference.
Can you see the chart over there to your right on my screen there? Look at that. That's Restoration hardware.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
Weren't we talking about this?
I'm not saying you're stupid. Listen, you can't go broke taking a profit. It looks expensive.
Yeah.
It looks expensive from.
Damn, didn't we cover this last
flow?
year? Holy jeez Louise.
Yeah, it's just hard. I wish there was an easy answer for that, guys. I really do. It's just there's not. I don't know what the easy answer is for that one. I'm sorry. It's just you've got to. It's 700, 200, 250 to a 700 run for a stock that you think is worth, or whatever it was, for a stock that you think is worth 1/3. Just take your profits and go, I think. That's what I'd probably do. But then again, I'm also the idiot who sold Microsoft at 55 thinking it was overpriced, and now it's at 300. So
Matt Jones said that MySpace is now changing its name to Facebook, hashtag Uno reverse card, Paul. I know when you were a kid, you played that Uno. I mean, is he not freaking hilarious? Where do you source data for the European stocks?
We source all data from Morningstar.
Morningstar.
It's expensive as F.
Let's see. Let's keep going.
Because you're kissed. You're kissed.
Mo, you see anything over there?
Not really.
No double bird today, Dom.
Not quite yet. The show is young, Paul.
I was gonna say, Attica. I thought Warren Buffett. I thought Berkshire had bought Restoration Hardware too.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. That's an amazing story. Tim said if you do calls and puts on the same underlying, it's a straddle. Well, technically, but
yeah. But I don't do the puts on the exact same stocks.
Exactly.
I'm doing puts on different stocks.
Exactly.
Ruben, well, we do take some stock suggestions now. We try not to, with so many people watching, we try not to do as many individual stocks.
I like just talking about the markets and talking about investing and mentality and things like that.
Yeah, I would say is Paul and Mo are bringing you a 5 good minutes with some of the particular stocks. Mine are more focused on
a few good minutes.
Mindset. A few good minutes, thank you. More mindset. So I'm probably not going to be doing much stocks, but you can look for that content in the Discord community under the EM exclusive chat, which is here, exclusive videos. You can find all of the few good minutes that we're doing for you. So if there's individual stocks,
discord.com to get in the Discord.
I don't even know anymore at this point. Yeah. Okay.
PEG ratio, price to earnings growth ratio. I don't look at it. I'm not saying that it's bad. I just don't look at it. I prefer to just focus on the other metrics and then put a stock analyzer tool in there to factor my growth rate with everything. It's probably a good screener as saying, hey, this one's more expensive than this one, because if a company has a higher earnings growth rate, you should be willing to pay a higher multiple for it. So intuitively, it does make sense, but I don't know why I've never gravitated. It's not that it's bad. I just have never gravitated towards that.
Jordy's asking for a video on interest rates, value stocks, and hype stocks and how it's all related. That's a long story, but...
Yeah, I don't think there's... interest rates, as Warren Buffett says, act as gravity on a stock price. As they go higher, it drags the stock price down. As they go lower, it drives the price up. I mean, as you guys have seen in the last few years, when interest rates go to 0, people are like, well, I can get 2% by investing in the S&P through a dividend before, and now it's 1.2%. They look at it as, oh, I'm getting better cash flow. I look at it as, okay, but if you're overpaying for the equities, you might lose capital on it. So interest rates do drive stock prices, and they drive real estate, and they drive everything, because if interest rates are 10% and your bank's willing to pay you 7%, are you okay making 8% in stocks? No, of course not.
Mo, can you fire up the 15-minute chart here? I mean, can we get in on Meta Facebook right now? Can you show us if someone wanted to day trade this right now? Should we get cooking? I mean, should I fire up my Fidelity app and make that cheddar or what?
Sure, but Xavier, take the camera off me and don't put it on me.
Okay, come over here. We'll get to that. What else? Wow, so many questions, guys. Let me put it to you this way too. We will be doing more and more videos for you guys, especially on options. I would say this. It is already late October, Paul. And 4 of the biggest events of this year are yet to happen for Everything Money. 3 major interviews and a Tesla giveaway are happening in the next 9 weeks. So along with the holidays, so we will be jamming here. And I'm certain once we catch our breath in our Mexico trip in January, we will be reassessing what videos we can do for you guys.
What's the difference between peanut butter and jam?
Peanut butter and jam?
Oh, boy.
I don't know, Paul.
Please tell me somebody knows that joke.
No, I don't.
Okay, moving on.
Oh, what are we going to ask William Green? Super happy you guys are landing interviews. Yeah, William Green will be end of November. And Paul, I started watching some videos on him. I watched some videos on William Green. I don't want to re-ask questions, but we're definitely going to get together, folks, and ask him some of the great ones. I'd love to know his thoughts just in general about the current market, some investments, and how he can get us an interview with Charlie Munger before he kicks it.
I prefer the peanut butter and jam one because it sounds more ridiculous. The response is more ridiculous than the jelly one.
Seth, this is it. This is great. You found this. Somebody found this.
What is this?
Found this. This is Facebook right now. So this is perfect. You wait until you get into the 80% area here, and you're looking at your percent K over here. That's what you're looking at. So as soon as you get into 80%, you notice that you have volume, you have inclining volume, and you just go ahead and add on your first engulfing candlestick, which could have been here. You could have added here. You could probably add right now. I would just add at the top of this candle, but this is exactly what you do. And to sell, you're going to sell when this percent K drops below 80%.
Mo, am I buying Meta right now? And what's the story?
You want to, but we have to follow it.
Well, why don't we just...
I wouldn't add right now, though. I would add at the top of this candlestick.
I skipped the paper trading and go straight to the jugular.
So that would be 325.53. But that's where I would add at this point.
Oh, baby.
So that means don't.
I got to wait.
Right now.
I got to wait.
Okay, good.
Okay, I got to wait.
Just making sure.
My cousin just messaged me and said, multitask on the live stream.
See? Here we go. All right, guys. Yeah. Facebook. Bye. I'm ready, Mo. Whenever you tell me on that 15-minute chart. Here we go.
Because you're a kiss. You're a kiss.
What are the best stocks to invest in with inflation rising, Paul? USO?
I think the best stocks to always invest in are ones that are selling below intrinsic value and have good future prospects. That's it. I don't care where interest rates are. I'm not trying to guess that. I just care about, hey, all I care about is looking at interest rates will probably go to some sort of norm at some point. I just care about valuation. Call me short-sighted, call me whatever. That's all I care about is if it's selling for a discount to intrinsic value, I'm probably going to be a buyer of it at some point.
Dad's is saying if I want to trade this, Mo, I got to sit in front of my computer the rest of the day.
Yeah,
so.
this is one of those. I mean, for day trades, this is something that you don't want to just execute the trade and leave.
Oh, that's what I'll be doing after the show. So, all right, thanks, Dads. Appreciate it. Well, there you go, and we're all learning together. Mm-hmm. Scotty says, "I'd love Seth. We mentioned a video about doing in a live stream with children. I'd love to figure this out around Christmas. This would be fun. Have Gio on here and talk. Paul, do you join that show or what?
Which show?
If we did a show said, join us with your kids for this live stream, or what do you think?
I mean, I'm fine with that. I don't know. I mean, yeah, what would be just to teach them about money? I think that's a good idea. I'll make a video for them.
Kids' thoughts, kids' questions about,
we should have an episode where I'm just sitting there, Gio's on my lap, and we just talk about money the entire time.
Okay. 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 Okay.
What was that?
Paul might be a pederast. Golf is asking, when you use a stock analyzer, it gives you the price you should pay according to assumptions you make. Isn't there maybe a way to show the prices should be in the future yearly, Paul?
So that's what we were going to do. We were going to add a component of the stock analyzer tool that showed, hey, at the end of your time, the stock would be worth this. However, I got worried about people seeing a much bigger number and not realizing that it was like a much smaller, like somebody saying, not realizing 12.5% over 10 years means the stock goes up, call it 3 times, and seeing it double, going, oh, that's cool. Doubles in 10 years. I'm cool with that. Why did it say I have to buy? It's like, well, doubling in 10 years is only 7% return. Tripling in 10 years is a 12.5% return. That's why I did not decide to do that. But it's a great point to bring up. The reason I didn't do it is I didn't want people going, oh, it's okay if I buy at 10 and it goes to $20. I'm cool with that when it should be at $30 for you to be really take the time to go buy it.
Paul, Lord Wellington is asking, what's the difference between Little Book, The Beast of the Market, and The Acquirer's Multiple, Paul? Have you read that book?
Yeah. Acquirer's Multiple is a great book. It's based on enterprise value divided by EBIT. I like that too. I'm gonna reread the book and probably incorporate some of it into my talks because it's just another way of looking at companies before debt. It's how somebody would actually acquire a company. Like if I was going to acquire a company, just like I buy real estate. I buy real estate assuming there's no debt on there. Same kind of idea. So if I bought a company, I'd say, okay, let's say I just bought the company and paid off all its debts. That's what the acquirer's multiple is.
So, Paul, this never crossed my mind. I'm sure it crossed Tim's, but like, for example, Eric says he teaches 7th graders and would love to show them some YouTube videos on how to make them learn. This is interesting, like we could do age brackets of like your thoughts. Yeah,
that's a good idea. That's a great idea. Why don't you and Tim start working on some ideas for that? We'll start making some videos.
Yeah, that sounds fun. We can get Gio in here and yeah, this is good evergreen stuff.
You ever see Thank You for Smoking?
I did see that, yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah.
He goes and talks to the class, and the girl raises her hand and goes, my mom says smoking causes cancer. Is your mom a doctor? No. Then your mom really has no idea what she's talking about now, does she? So I imagine myself in a classroom. I've taught juniors and seniors in high school. I've never taught younger. I've always imagined myself being that guy saying, is your mom a doctor? No. Well, I think your mom should probably shut the F up or something like that.
Selling puts. What % of your buying power are you comfortable locking up to sell puts? Oh my gosh.
I think it comes down to personal preference. And I mean,
always do. My opinion is I'm going to do naked puts, but always only do cash covered puts. Yes. I can do naked puts because I plan on doing it in a totally very low return kind of way, doing 10%, 5% deltas, and then also having it against my covered calls so I can balance all that income out.
But even if you're doing cash covered puts, I mean, I think you should only do cash covered puts also, but I think it really comes down to personal preference and personal risk, don't you think?
Of course. Everything does come out of that. Of course.
I see great questions, everybody.
A lot of people have been sending me something today about Shaq. Have you guys seen this Shaq thing?
What's he do? Give away stuff? He's always giving away money.
He just announced it makes his kids mad when he says that he's rich, but they're not rich. And if they want him to invest in a business, they got to pitch him. Like, listen, Shaq's got trust set up for his kids. Give me a break. Like this whole idea of him trying to act like he doesn't have these kids are not going to be set up for life is just a joke to me. So I just think it's funny. Just like when Bill Gates, there's a going story. Bill Gates only giving his kids $10 million. No, he set up a trust for his kids when they were born with $10 million in it, and it's growing over time. His daughters got married last week at a farm that his parents bought for her. Like, let's not, this is what I don't like about rich people. They try to act like, oh, my kids are like so down to earth. They do chores around the house. Like, all right, they put away their dishes. That's their chore. Like, give me a break. Like, Warren Buffett, I do give credit to, but even his wife, Warren Buffett always says I'm going to give my kids a few $100,000. Guess what he did? He also gave his kids $1 billion each for their foundations. They're going to pull a salary from their foundations. And when the mother died, she gave each one of them $10 or $20 million. Like, a lot of rich people try to act like they are really like, oh yeah, I'm making my kids earn every single dollar along the way. It's like, okay, sounds good. Like, I just laugh at that.
I'd give my kid everything.
I wouldn't do that.
When you die, what are you gonna do with it? Give it to your kids.
Let me not be remiss in showing all of you this. You can cut to my screen. Let me show you. Let me show you this little one, folks. This is Paul wearing Shaquille O'Neal's underwear.
Yeah. So Shaq lived in my house. By the way, I can't find those. Somebody stole them. Shaq rented my house when he played for the Cavs. He rented the house.
Oh my God,
and
I have those.
I was once cleaning my laundry room, and I was actually cleaning my laundry room when we came back, when I moved back in, and I found those buried behind the washing machine and dryer.
I have pants though.
Those are Shaq's underwear.
I have those pants. That's so funny.
Which pants?
The same pattern.
Those are Marvel Comics.
Yes.
You have those?
Yeah. My mom got them for me years and years ago.
I want to see Shaq wear Paul's underwear.
It's Paul and Shaq's underwear.
I'm so mad I lost those.
Paul, I have to challenge on you, actually, folks. We did a video on Apple this morning.
I fell apart.
And Facebook. And I would say is some of the naysayers against you, when you say that Tesla, when it's a huge company, it can't grow, can't have a high
I didn't say can't grow. It's not can't grow as fast. All big companies, it's hard to grow fast.
Yeah, but then did we not look? Tell me I'm wrong. Are we not looking at Apple and Facebook, and they're all growing at a major rate every year? And Google is growing 25%.
They've grown faster than I expected them to, but you can't expect that forever.
Oh, I see. The last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, they've all grown fast. I remember 5 years ago, somebody coming to me and saying, "Paul, what's your view on Apple from a fundamentals basis?" It was selling for 10 times profit. I go, "Oh, it's phenomenal." The question is, do you believe they can sustain that growth? And two, do you believe that people are going to buy that many iPhones and iPads? That's why I didn't buy Apple. Guess how wrong I was? Very wrong. Apple crushed it. Okay. Could they do $1 trillion in revenue? Sure. But I remember, my job is to make assessments based on being conservative. Am I going to miss a lot? Of course I will. It's impossible to sit there and say, look at our revenue for everything money. It's growing at 10% per month. When I do projections out for 10 years and everything money, do you think I put 10% a month growth in for our revenue growth?
I put 100%.
No, I put in like 2% a month because I'm like, it's not going to grow at 10% a month forever.
Yes.
It's easy to go from, look at it this way. A year ago today, we had 2,100 subscribers. We now have 93,000. That's growth of 46 times. Are we going to grow 46 times next year? Is it possible? Of course. We could have 3 or 4 videos hit it big. We all of a sudden, but is it probable? Absolutely not. And I'm not banking on us growing 46 times next year. That's just the way I look at it.
Are either of you banking on going bald? Mo, are you worried?
I got surgery, baby. Suck it.
I'm getting PRP.
What is that?
Platelet-rich plasma injections.
What does that do?
They basically take the platelets out of your blood and inject them into. They can inject them anywhere. I'm getting PRP in my hip to try to fix a ligament, and it basically takes that and it recreates the growth that's happening in there. So
I
got surgery.
This light doesn't help me with. I think I'm thinning too, Paul.
They're using it for healing.
Yeah, Paul got the surgery. So
I got the tear transplant. I took 2 rows of hair out of my head, put 4,000 follicles up here. You guys should have seen me. I'll show this actually.
The picture?
Yeah, I'll show the picture.
Yeah, Paul is actually now well known for his frothy, gorgeous porn hair, but he was going bald, and your brother is going bald. Your father.
This was me 10 years ago. 10 years ago. So this is before. I would be bald right now. How do we do this?
You can airdrop it to me.
Or slack it to yourself.
No, I'll airdrop it to you.
Oh, well.
Oh, yeah, airdrop it to him.
Well, sorry, can I just text it to you? Which text is it? Is it Beth's or yours?
330. I mean, yeah, you can text it to me.
Why don't you just airdrop
Is it Seth? The Seth one?
My name is Seth, yeah.
This is me 10 years ago, guys.
Let's see. This is Paul. And this is one of these things like, hey, let me show you. Oh, wow, Paul. Okay.
That was 10 years ago. I would be 100% bald right now if it wasn't for that.
Oh, wow. We can pull this up. This is crazy. I can't believe this is you. Oh, wow. I'm really building it up. But
look at me now.
Look at me now. He getting papers. Okay, look at him. Look, here we go. Slack, Seth. Look at there. There it is. This is Paul.
I told you.
That was really bald.
That was 10 years ago.
And look at you now.
Yeah, look at this now.
You look like Dirk Diggler.
I still want to get more on top in the crown.
Wow. Okay. Well, back to it here. Oh, I lost my hair in a divorce. You guys are hilarious. Market's making me bald.
Paul had the LeBron hairline. Yeah.
Yeah, LeBron's got some work done.
No, afterward, it was just inconvenient. Afterwards, like 2 weeks of, you have to like put this, you can't really wash your hair. You have to wash your hair like in a sink as opposed to the shower. You got to pull away all the blood because they have staples in the back of your head. It's just a very inconvenient process.
What about a 200,000 subscriber giveaway, Paul? Any thoughts?
I have no idea. I'll figure it out.
It's hard to go down from after 2 Teslas.
Well, we will be. We will be going down from 2 Teslas.
Maybe Rolex?
We were doing Tesla. No, not a Rolex.
No. One of your old Rolexes?
No, I don't have old Rolexes.
Oh, okay.
I wear all of them. Maybe an old watch, maybe they don't wear anymore, but it wouldn't be a Rolex. I like my Rolexes.
Okay.
Not trying to sound like a snob here. I like my watches.
Oh, Bendy's back and haven't seen you in a while.
I will do a hair transplant on the air at 200,000 subscribers.
Oh, Beanie wants to read more, Paul. Hey, Tim's here. Good to see you. How often do you read, Paul? What's your reading routine?
I read every morning at the office.
Do you?
And then every evening I read.
Mo, what about you?
I've read 2 books in the last week, but they were 2 awesome, like thriller. Like one was a thriller and one was the Bin Laden raid one.
I read every morning for 30 minutes after I take a shower, and then I've been listening to that book, The Judge's List.
How far are you?
I'm on chapter 10.
Guys, John Grisham's my favorite writer in the world,
book.
and I started this book on Monday, and I finished it. No, I finished it Tuesday.
Yeah.
I loved it. I was like, this is incredible.
I'm flying through it.
I've never read an author so fast as I read John Grisham.
The only book I've ever read in 2 days, fiction, is a John Grisham book. It was A Confession. Best book I've ever read.
Folks, this week we have videos coming out about Apple, Facebook, Alibaba. We talk about Robinhood's collapse on earnings. We talk about Lucid, Neo, and Xpeng, AT&T, and I think that's it. Paul, we also wanted to make sure you guys know that we are getting rid of the public live streams. Got a little froggy there. Public live streams on Tuesdays at 2. Guess what's coming, though? More videos, more concise videos that are not rushed, less Yahoos jumping in asking about Neo every 3 seconds. We're going to take that time to spend more time making videos for you guys, and of course those a few good minutes videos that we're making inside the community. So more from us, not less, and this is what we really enjoy talking to you guys. This is not going anywhere. We love
the other thing is, we talk a lot about real estate, which we haven't even talked about, but we talk internally about real estate. We haven't done any of that yet. We need to create more content. The one thing that's differentiated us from everybody else is the amount of content we do. I love hearing people say, oh my God, you guys have so much content. We have 1,000. What does Social Blade say? How many uploads do we have? 1,038. Well, let's go to Graham Stephan and see how many he has in his years.
Graham Stephan?
No, 691.
Jeez.
Wow. 691. We have 1,038.
We're working. I mean, Mo is so committed.
So that's the thing, guys. This channel costs me a lot of money because I have how many people in this room working on this channel, but I take it very seriously. We had a joke. So the deal to buy our apartment building fell through today. We joked if we sold the apartment building, we'd become basically a YouTube business because all the revenues. I mean, we would have sold 60% of our apartments in the last 3 years if we'd sold this one. So we kept it. The people were trying to pull a little fast one on us.
Mo, what's the name of that book? Beanie's asking about what book.
Yeah, I just messaged him. It's The Judge's List and The Confession.
Oh, thanks, Mo. I see that there.
I love this watch, guys. Glass suit day.
Seth, look at this.
What do you got, Mo?
See how this just fell apart? This is why we only add at the top.
You told us to wait.
Add at that top number because now your stochastic is dipped down. It's at 76.8, and we're probably going to start going down. And you're also seeing that volume is starting to decline. So
I'm shorting it now.
Now you can, but we just need to wait for this red line to get below 20. And we're going to start building up some selling volume, and then you would add on red engulfing candlesticks coming down. So,
if you are new to the Bid and Ask and you need to set up your trading charts, we just put out a new video to that top tier about setting up your trading view charts. I narrate and walk you through the very process of getting your charts set up like Mo. What else, guys? I see you there. EM is a tech company now. That's probably you're getting there. We're a car company. We're actually coincidentally. All right, guys.
Oh my God, that's what we should market ourselves as.
Oh my
car
God.
company.
Yes.
Car company.
We're not a tech company.
Why?
We're not a
Because we've
tech
all
company.
bought cars in the last year, so we're a car
Exactly.
company.
Yes.
Exactly.
I get a new
We're an
Model
EV
Y.
company.
When are we
next
gonna
Friday.
convince Tim to buy his Tahoe? Are we gonna do
Tim needs
the?
a Tahoe. Tim needs a Tahoe.
Look at Tim. Look at me like that. Tim, was that upsetting you? I used to have a 1999 Tahoe. I had 98 Tahoe actually. 98 Tahoe.
love the new
That's what I had.
Tahoes.
Yeah, Attica's saying he actually has a hard time
some
watching
subs
all
in
our
there.
videos. It is a lot we put out. I mean,
But you know, great news is if you're ever just doing nothing, you can pull up a video and know there's gonna be more out there. That's what we want. We want the content to be king for us. It's just like Netflix. We want content to be king. The other thing is, guys, one major difference between us, we're businesses, real estate, and stocks. We're investing in general. Everybody else is a hype person that doesn't know what they're talking about. They're talking about generic financial things. We are very specific about investments, about the analysis of investments. That's what's going to make us great. We can do all these different categories. By the way, guys, one thing I've always talked about doing is a version of The Profit from CNBC, but for apartment buildings. I can't wait till I start announcing to people, guys, I'm going to go out there and partner with somebody and buy into their apartment building 100 units and turn it around for them like he does in The Profit, Marcus Lemonis. So if any of you guys have a family member with 100 units or more that they need a lot of capital to be injected to rehab it, I'd love to buy into the property, have them be a partner with me as I take it over and turn it all around.
I'd love to buy your magic cards if you're selling. Go ahead and email me and I'll buy those magic cards. Talk about book club or just another announcement. What's
Book
going on
club
with
is next Friday, 10:30. We'll be doing chapters
I don't remember.
This book, folks.
13, 14,
The
15.
Psychology of Money. You got to read this. This is a must read for EM members. And
13, 14, 15. I just gave it to my ex-girlfriend yesterday.
yes, we gave away a signed book in the past. Remember that, Tim? I gave away a book, and the winner was in Australia.
This is the first book everybody should read about money. Absolutely.
Psychology of Money.
So good. That's what matters, the relationship with money. Absolutely. I literally asked somebody recently, what's your view on money? And they're like, oh, I never thought about it. I was like, yeah, nobody ever thinks about what their view on money is. It's incredible. And it was only recently that I found it. I think it was somebody from the Discord who told me about it. Was that what it was? Richer, Wiser, Happier was.
Yeah, that one was.
Where did I find Psychology of Money?
Oh, maybe Amazon. All right.
All right, guys. 257.
Yep.
What's
Any
the real
other
estate
questions,
market?
guys?
It's crazy,
It's
Simon.
the real estate market. Simon, it's nuts. And Simon,
crazy.
You changed your picture. That's nice.
We are indeed coming to Switzerland in February, and Paul may not meet with you, but if you want to get coffee with me at 8:30 in the morning on a random February day, and you're in Switzerland or Geneva, let us know.
Geneva is in Switzerland.
Or France.
Or France or Paris.
Paris will be the end of the trip.
I will get coffee with you. Paul might not be there, but maybe
You
he
guys
will.
can say wee to each other.
Oui. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Campbell says, the first book I read was Rich Dad Poor Dad. That was probably my first. Oh, no, Paul, I'm sorry.
Million Next Door is mine.
That was mine too, Paul. The Millionaire Next Door.
Was it really?
Yeah. Yeah. Some older person gave it to me and said, you should read this.
Ryan, I do actually use the Apple Watch, but I only use it when I'm using the treadmill. Sorry. I want to keep track of my steps while I'm watching Succession on my phone.
Oh, Rudolph, we're not going to Zurich. Sorry, but yeah. Dads, Poncho is fine. Poncho, the everything monkey, is in Mexico, and when he dies, we will ship him up to Ohio and get him stuffed. Paul, come on. There's no amount of money you cannot not pay. I'm begging you. What a fucking funny story.
Then you pay it.
You had all the money in the world.
All the money in the world?
It'd be a couple $100 to get this monkey shipped here. Imagine on the shelf. Mo.
How am I supposed to get somebody to give me that monkey? And then how am I supposed to get it out of Mexico into the U.S.? Hey, excuse me, guys. What's in the box?
Private jet.
Yeah. Then I'm going to take a private jet with a dead monkey in it all the way to the States.
That would be an amazing story.
Does anyone know how we transfer a live or dead monkey?
If somebody has a boat, a raft, pleplease help us get from Mexico to the United
Seth on
States.
Facebook like 2 months ago said, I'm absolutely serious about this one. Does anybody have a monkey I can rent?
I did. I put on Facebook, I'm absolutely dead serious. Does anyone know where I can get access to a chimpanzee for a promotional video? That's your brother's idea, by the way.
Was it?
Yeah, your brother wants a chimp in the Crossroads video. That's
Xavier liked our Crossroads intro video.
yes, guys. You can email me, Seth at Everything Money, Paul at Everything Money, Mo at Everything Money. If you have questions.
And by the way, if I don't respond, it's not being a jerk. I just, don't respond to every message that comes in.
somebody wants to email
Instagram,
me a
I get
fedora,
1,000
like
messages. I don't.
Jeremy,
I
just send it
sometimes I
over.
read them. Sometimes I don't. It just depends on what I'm doing.
Well, we thank you all for being on the ground floor of growth. Paul, it's funny. Most businesses, they start out struggling, and then maybe we get lucky. We went reverse. We had this gorgeous studio, five cinema cameras, a team of people editing and helping us,
And then we struggled.
and now here we go. It's just wait, just buy a dead monkey in U.S. and tell everyone it's Poncho. This is a
That's
great
a good
idea.
idea.
Okay, we'll just have to
God,
do that.
who's that person? We need to hire them.
Yeah,
Bait and switch.
Joffin. Yes, that's what we'll do. We'll buy a monkey, ship the monkey. Look, if someone knows how to ship a monkey, let us
Get
know.
a ponchos on a Learjet.
Yeah, we'll strap the monkey in. Okay, folks, that's our show. Listen
See
to
you
what
guys
you're
next
getting from
Thursday.
us, the beautiful content. Join Mo in the morning at 9 a.m. We'll see you every Thursday from here on out at 2 p.m. Eastern. We love you guys. Keep up the good work. Stay calm. 8 pillar on, and F the haters. We'll see you next live stream. I love you guys. See you.